recap I've ever heard in my life.
Yep. That's probably going to be Hemlock's only role. Consider.
What's the name of the map again?
Anise's Dreams.
Oh.
I'll just share it for you.
I had it pinned.
That's fair. Ah.
Are you enjoying your new chat box?
It's cute. I wish there was a way to change the text to be like the crispy fried game.
I tried. I could change it to other fonts, but it didn't work very well in practice. Because you have to assign it to the italicized version, and that font doesn't do that very well. So, we fell back on actual functionality, but I did try.
That's obviously fine the way it is.
Yeah. I tried to do that because I wanted it to be set up so that if you did special things, it would be in a different all caps thing. But it was not cooperating.
Are you sure you don't want to use this mouse?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm going to burn my mouse.
Oh no.
It will be on fire.
Oh no.
With that nice new fancy sword light.
What? It doesn't. My sword doesn't do fire.
No, the one that we picked up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have one.
Yeah.
Still gotta do those tryouts.
The one that I think none of you are proficient with just yet.
Nope.
The one that Aiden will never touch.
Yep.
Good times.
D&D.
Yeah!
Durgans and Durgans.
I think the one person who could actually potentially use it just got taken away on a date, maybe.
Le gasp.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
You sure you don't want? Oh.
Yes. Shelly, come on. Join us. Alright, so Shelly will be playing the role of Hemlock tonight. She's just gonna demand nothing but food.
I mean, fair. Hemlock is not part of the dream, so that may or may not come into, play. But we'll see. We'll see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that Hemlock wasn't there.
Yep. In theory, should still be able to contact him, but.
In theory.
Paging Dr. Hemlock.
Your challenge is simply the fact that you're asleep. So, like, how would you? What is that?
I did that by accident. Hold on. There we
Okay.
go. I got rid of it.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't do that. Neat.
I'm still figuring out how to do... I figured out how to do the zoom in, zoom out without the mouse.
Uh-huh.
It's just, I keep... Since my computer is a touchscreen,
Yeah.
I keep going to do it with the touchscreen, and that does weird things.
I had the same problem with my work one.
Yeah.
When you, like, go to point at something on a PowerPoint and then it just advances or something. Pretty obnoxious.
Yeah.
Anyway, you should all be able to move around. I did not lock your movement here.
Woo! I'd like to go to the health center.
Derek or Johnny.
Yeah. That's probably for the best.
Try and remember that the only person, possibly, that knows anything about this is Anise. I don't think Derek has played Pokemon. I don't know that Johnny's played Pokemon.
Penelope has never played Pokemon a day in her life. She will probably call Pikachu a Gabumon.
Look at that yellow mouse.
I mean...
That is the first thing that popped into my head.
Derek was more of tournament fighters and DDR kind of person.
He's probably vaguely aware of Pokemon existing because people that lived in pop culture.
Right. He probably is aware of the Burger King toys.
Alright. You said you would recap?
I mean, are we good to go?
Yeah, go ahead. We've been going for a while. Yeah, you've been going for like 4.5 minutes.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay. Alright, recap. We all woke up on the grounds of the Einsburn Castle. Some people were at Echo's cabin, and then some people were at the castle. We all all met up, and then we met up with the werewolf, and his name was Marcus. Morbach. Marcus Morbach. He's a cool dude. He's very wolfy. 10 out of 10 would give treats. I don't remember the context of the conversation that we had with him at all.
The short version of it is that the werewolves are dying out, and it's unfortunate, and that most of the legends that you heard about werewolf weaknesses were things that werewolves made up so that people had the wrong idea about how they work.
That's right. Because he was like, yeah, if we tell them that we can only transform on full moon. Okay, yeah.
Other than that they've been working more with the Einsburns and the app, like mostly working with Echo, because she was the only one there, but they've been a bit more social than they have been historically, although their people are still dying out just due to limited breeding pools, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we met the werewolf, and then we went to see Gunter at the White Witch Saloon. We missed Gunter. He's a good guy.
He got a new Picrew.
Yeah, he did get a new Picrew. Let's see, Aiden and Johnny met Gunter for the first time. Aiden is uncertain about Gunter from what I can tell.
Very uncertain.
He thinks that Gunter was trying to kill him with the burger brand. But it was a good time all around.
Tried the hot chili.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he was teaching Echo to cook, which I thought was pretty cute. And then yeah, we got the hot chili to go, and then we went back to Anise's shop, and Buck was running the shop. To everyone's surprise, dismay, I don't know, something. Not surprise. I don't.
Anise introduced Buck and Diana in the most combative way possible.
Yes. Buck tried to hit on Diana. She's no. Just no. And then Anise had a chat with Derek about her feelings and emotions involving Freddy and stuff. And things. And then
Hinako showed up for her potions.
Yeah, Hinako showed up to pick up her potions.
Lucretia showed up.
Yeah, and then Lucretia showed up with her new art. Yeehaw.
Anise made a really just unsafe potion of knock you the fuck out and drank it and now knocked herself out.
Yeah, and then now we're in Anise's dreamscape, which looks like a Pokemon map. I know what game it's supposed to be. I just don't remember.
So what it would be from Anise's perspective is red or blue. I think the most recent discussion was that she played red on the original Game Boy, and because I want this to be more colorful than black, white, green, I pulled the map from the Fire Red release, but you're in the world of the original one. This is just a prettier version of it.
Yeah, I think Anise would add color to the map in her dreams.
Yeah. I tried a few things on the meta level. Like, first I just went with the actual original map, and I'm like, this doesn't work very well. And then I tried doing the Game Boy, the Super Game Boy thing, where you just add some color palette to it, and that looked hideous. So, like it always did in real life. So I just caved and said, we're going to ignore reality for a minute and just give her the nicer, prettier, colorful version. But everyone else is still pixelated. You're just all 16-bit instead of, like, 4-bit. You're welcome. Yep, so now you are inside of Anise's dream, and you've just appeared here. And oddly enough, there is an Anise with you, even though you are inside Anise's head. So make of that what you will.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Celadon City.
Okay, Anise, is this actually you?
I don't know how to
What?
answer that.
Is this actually Anise? Like,
Would Dream Anise know?
I mean, technically, literally everything here is Anise, so roll with that however you want.
I suspect that I am here to help guide you through. I don't know if I am actually Anise or if I am a figment of her imagination.
oh. Do you remember who I am?
Of course I know who you are, Penelope.
Okay, do you remember who that is?
Of course, that's Aiden.
Okay, do you remember who that is?
That's Derek.
And that?
That's Johnny.
Okay. How many fingers am I holding up?
5.
How nice is Derek's butt?
Very.
Okay.
Totally Anise.
Yeah.
Totally Anise.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know. It looks kind of more pixely than I remember.
You know what? You're right. Wow, yeah, we all look kind of blacky. I might need to exfoliate when we get back, because that doesn't look right.
That's not really how I think of you, but we're here in this video game, so I suppose I've turned you all into video game character graphics.
What game is this?
It's Pokemon.
Oh, it's that thing. Okay.
Not entirely sure why you appeared here. Aren't you trying to find Morgan? Isn't that?
Well, I mean,
that is why you're in my head.
I mean, yeah, I've got a summoner, but I don't know how your head works.
Well, I suppose I've got Pokemon on the brain. And the fridge agrees.
Oh my god. So where do we go?
That is an excellent question that I don't really know the answer to. If you need water, there is water here.
Okay, where do I find water in Pokemon?
Well, I can lead you.
Okay.
Suppose the fastest way would be to come this way. It's fresh water. Is that okay?
That should be fine. I don't maybe because she's a salty bitch, she might need salt water, but
well, we'd need to go south to Vermilion City for salt water, so
I don't know what that means. So I'm just following you.
This pond is a little polluted, actually, full of grima. Maybe we shouldn't use it.
Wait, it's polluted.
Yeah.
Oh no.
If you fish or surf here, you find grimas.
What's a grimer?
It's a pile of sludge with a face. It's grima.
Ooh.
Holy water fix?
Poison type. I don't know.
Wait,
I didn't taste one of his holy waters.
It's not evil. It's just
but
sludge.
Pollution.
Sentient sludge. It's kind of cute.
Oh. Aiden sticks his hand into the water. She said sentient and cute. He wants to pet it. He's trying to find one.
Well, you have to either surf or fish. Do you have a fishing pole?
No, but I can walk on water.
No.
See, okay. In this game, you can't go in the water. For whatever reason. You have to have a Pokemon either transport you across the water, or not. There are swimmers out in the ocean, but you can't go in the water for some reason.
I'm gonna try. And so she's gonna try and walk out on the water.
You somehow bump into the area above the water.
Can I see if I count as a Pokemon? I want to try.
Oh my god.
You also bump into the water. You don't seem to be able. It makes a little burp when you try.
Hang on, I'm going to check my inventory. Do I have Pokemon? Do I have a team?
You do not.
No.
Do you have a fishing rod?
Do I have a fishing rod?
You do not.
This is difficult. Well, if we want to go get a fishing rod, we have to go down towards Fuchsia City. It's a long trip. We can't go west of here because we need a bike to go on Cycling Road, and she just keeps going on and on and on.
Overwhelmed.
So,
Just like for
Is there like better water that's not polluted?
There's a fountain.
Ooh,
over here.
okay. I'm gonna check out that fountain because I'm not about that polluted water.
There is a fountain.
Gonna stick my hand in the water.
When you stick your hand over the water, a text bubble appears in front of you asking, would you like to use summon?
Oh. Okay, so before I do this, would anybody be opposed to exploring a little bit?
Well, I can't say I'm not.
Anise said, no look.
I said don't cry too deeply.
Okay, what's that building? And she's pointing to the...
Oh, that's the department store.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to the store.
You don't have any money.
I'm checking my pockets. Do I have money?
You have no Poké Dollars.
Fuck. Okay, fine. She's gonna approach the fountain again.
Okay.
With the Pokemon Center, which is over that
Ooh,
way.
What's there?
Well, mainly that's just where you go to get healed.
Ooh,
there's a gym in this town. Well, only Pokemon.
Oh.
I don't know if you count as a Pokemon.
Do you work out at the gym?
No. It's where the gym leader is, but if I remember correctly, you can't get to the gym here unless you have a Pokemon that knows Cut. We don't have any Pokemon.
Do we need to go catch a Pokemon?
Well, we need a Pokeball to do that, which means we need money.
Oh.
We might be able to find one just out in the wilderness, maybe. And the only way to get money in this game is to battle Pokemon trainers. And then when you win, you get money, but you have to have Pokemon. You have to...
Do you have to catch them, or can you just find them?
The Pokemon?
Yeah. Like, isn't the whole thing that you have to pick something at the start?
Well, yeah, but that's in Pallet Town, and that's very far away.
Oh, so nobody else ever gives you one?
I don't think so. Not in this... Well, hang on. There's an Eevee somewhere in this town, but... in the game, you just kind of take it.
I mean, are you stealing if it's from yourself?
That's a good point. So we can go try and find that Eevee.
Yay!
Yeah.
The Snorlax, but you have to wake it up by playing a flute.
Ooh.
You get a
Can I
free
sing to it?
Maybe. You get free Lapras, but you have to like fight a whole bunch of guys for that.
Oh.
There's the fossils, but you have to have the fossils.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go explore a building and see if I can find a Pokemon. Do I even really have a Pokemon? I don't think I do.
Well, it depends on if we want to fight Morgan, or if you just want him to talk to her. You can't just...
I just want to talk to her. I don't want to fight. I don't want any sort of... Like, I want this to go as smoothly as possible, and I don't want to piss her off to the point where she starts stealing your brain.
That's fair. Well, maybe we should try finding... Maybe I should try dreaming of somewhere else with better water.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
What if...
Okay, I was gonna say, is that an actual, like, exit? Like,
Well,
what is that?
You can go that way, but you have to have a bike. It's a steep road that you bike down. Well,
Oh.
cycling road.
I want to look. And he's like, does it like cut off like that? Like a jarring like wall like thing?
So as you approach that way, things get very ripply. It's obscuring what's beyond it, but you get the impression that there's something over there. It just might not necessarily line up with what's here. You can't see past it. And it's an entire plane all the way perpendicular.
I
So-
think something here. And he just starts putting his hand against see if he can push through it.
Your hand will go through.
Ooh, look! And he just pulls it back out, and then puts it back in.
Penelope's gonna run up and just run through it.
Okay.
Anise, she ran.
Well, there is water on Cycling Road, I suppose.
Y'all just.
Are we following? I guess we're following. All right, so everyone goes off screen. Bloop.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you go through that way, the world goes dark for a second, and you get a loading screen,
Ooh.
which is not conducive to the world of Pocket Monsters, but it's nonetheless what you get. And you find yourself on a different map, which I will now share with you.
I just think we could have played an entire session of just grinding with the Eevee until we have enough money for a Pokeball.
Look, the option was there.
We get a fishing rod eventually, and that's it. That's the game.
Fish up Magikarps and Primers. Go to the Elite Four with a team of 4 Magikarps and 2 Primers.
I'm gonna be devastated. It's just animals fighting animals again. It's like the boat all over.
No, we have to go to, I was about to say on Cycling Road we could get a Ponyta probably.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Okay, this is the secret base.
Yeah. Oh, what is this over here?
Ah. Well, it seems we found better water.
Yeah. This is much better water. Too bad I personally can't see it. Hold on. There we go. Still adjusting. Yeah, this should work. Well, if we're near the secret base, that means we're near that bubble in theory.
In theory.
Okay, I'm gonna head towards where I remember seeing the bubble. Maybe. Hold on. Yeah. I think it's that swirly blue thing.
It is indeed.
Yep, that is what it looked like before you put a seal around it.
Okay. Alright, so okay, so we know that this water is here. Hey Johnny, will you come with me to the water really quick?
Okay.
Okay. And once Johnny's over there, she's gonna be like, okay, so, not gonna lie, I kinda wanna snoop around.
I mean, that's probably what she's expecting you to do.
Yeah.
Dream Anise just approaches Derek, just stands beside him, waggles her eyebrows.
Oh my god.
Iden's just staring at the bubble, contemplating thoughts.
Contemplating the concept of thoughts.
Just contemplating the concept of thoughts.
Absolutely. He's having big boy brain time right now.
But I also feel like once I summon her, I'm not gonna be able to do much snooping.
I mean, it's possible. I guess it depends on how easy it is to summon her.
That's true. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. We'll see how this goes, I guess.
Penelope, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh my god, I am re-rolling that shit.
Because you can.
It's so refreshing.
You hear... So, you can hear, like, what sounds like Anise's voice, but it's coming from the other direction. like over in the more secret-y spot.
Penelope's gonna put a foot out on the water.
You seem to be able to walk on water here. You don't seem to be quite as bound by the Pokemon rules here.
Cool. She's gonna walk over to the secret base.
Yeah, okay, I'll just stay back here then.
Wait, hold on. This is a dream, right?
I think so.
So, maybe just think that you can walk on water.
Oh, okay.
Give it a try.
She sticks a foot out, and it sinks a little bit at first, but then the water pushes her back up. Oh, wow. Okay. This is neat.
Yeah! And Penelope's gonna hold both of her hands while just heading over to the secret base.
She points down, and she's like, should there be ripples or something? Because it doesn't seem to care at all.
I mean, does she usually get ripples when she's standing on the water?
Typically, if she's standing still, the water kind of ignores her, but as she takes steps, she does input. Like, she pushes onto a little, the water is just pushing back up, but you do get very tiny ripples. At this point, it feels more like you're just simply not actually part of the space around you, you're just observing it. Almost like you're a ghost.
Oh no! She's like, oh shit, I'm a ghost.
Oh no? Wait. Are we all ghosts?
Maybe. Oh no, I did not mean to make myself bigger. What the fuck?
You do that. You get bigger or smaller. You have power over that.
Oh shit.
You can be as big as you want.
Oh my god. I remember that from last time. Yeah, I'm gonna be average height.
For reference, you're not pixely here. I'm just not going to constantly swap your tokens back and forth.
Yeah, that's totally
No,
fine.
you're still
Yeah.
pixely. It's part of the dream.
Jesus. But yeah, she's just gonna casually walk up onto the island.
All right. So on the island, let me tell you what you can see. So as you're getting closer, like I said, you can hear Anise's voice, but it's coming from ahead of you, not behind you. And there's a second voice that you can recognize, and it's Moss.
Ooh.
And I'm going to show you some pictures in a second, as soon as the game decides to produce them for me. Come on, game.
Hey.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Anise's voice is probably a little more high-pitched than you're used to.
Is it baby Anise? Or not?
Younger. Come on, game. It's like, it's very slowly moving through the folders.
That's baby Anise for fucking.
Yep.
I knew it.
All right, here we go.
Anise Lily, oh my fucking god.
Taking forever. Come on, game. You can do it.
But yeah, like, it's definitely still Anise, but she's not wearing glasses, her hair is a lot shorter, and she's dressed all cute.
Cutie.
She's probably still pretty tall for a 13-year-old.
Little Anise.
She does, in fact, have a book.
Weird.
It's true.
But yeah, she's gonna just approach.
Well, let me share the other one if the game ever catches up.
Hey.
it is.
Oh.
They're all young.
Lord.
Yeah.
So yeah, the two of them are in the more quiet part, just hanging out. They're talking to each other. I will let Anice's mind tell you what they're talking about.
It's probably just a conversation. This is like maybe like it's the first summer where they first met. It's probably not like their first meeting. They're probably just like talking about how like annoying adults are and like how elves don't realize that half elves still need to sleep and how like just being an older sibling is such a burden, you know, stuff like that.
Penelope's gonna get closer and just like, I don't think they can actually see me.
They do not show any signs of noticing your presence. It's similar to when you watch Scribe go through his whole thing, not really noticing any of you.
I want to say 1995. I don't remember. I'd need to do math.
It's been a little bit.
Penelope is apparently 15 times her size again. Fuck, that's not what I meant to do.
It's 2005. She was born in 83. This was 1996. Okay.
She just like points out little Anise and little Freddy to Johnny. She's gonna be like, look at them, aren't they cute?
I don't know if this counts as that intruding thing we're not supposed to do.
You're right. Ugh.
They are cute, though.
Yeah, Freddy looks mildly innocent.
He definitely looks like he's probably got a reflection at this point.
Yeah, probably does. So we know we have good water here.
I didn't roll perception.
Oh boy.
She's asking him all kinds of questions about how it is in America, what it's like.
Hey.
Aiden, you're really distracted by this kind of strange bubble in front of you.
I definitely want to ask if it actually calls out like the real bubble did, or if Dream Bubble is just dill. I mean, like, it's got the swirls and stuff.
Dream Bubble is not calling you in any special supernatural way. Looking inside of it, you can't really make out too much. It doesn't have that otherworldly quality that you're looking into somewhere else so much as like, I didn't see a snow globe before, and it kind of is like it's an effect with nothing actually going on inside of it.
Yeah,
Feels like a placeholder.
I just got feelings about Bubbles right now, and how fuck you, Bubbles, and fuck people being dumb, and fuck Margaret, and he wants to punch the bubble, but he's trying not to because you know it's not the real bubble, but also the real bubble would be bad to punch.
I would not recommend it.
Yeah, he's just kind of muttering to this bubble. He was like, "Wish you were just not here and causing so many problems right now." And yeah, he's distracted with the bubble entirely.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh boy. Straight roll, baby. Also a 4.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, it seems to continue on as if it does not care about your anger.
Fuck you too. Whew. Except he doesn't say fuck you, because he's a good boy. He's just puffing and puffing at it.
It gets slightly bigger just to upset you.
No!
Pseudo Anise. Give me your perception check.
Oh, okay. Lilianus or like
The
one that's
the one with Derek. Yeah.
Gotcha. Perception. I wasn't expecting to have to actually like roll things.
Hey.
What's that? Rolls in
Notice
D&D?
that Penelope's been gone a while.
Oh, yeah, probably. That's 10.
Wow, we are wrong.
I mean, it's enough for you to notice that Penelope and Johnny seem to have disappeared, but you don't really know where.
Tee.
Yeah.
That's on you. I see nothing.
Alright, Penelope will have, like, crossed that little wood log to
Uh-huh.
over to the other side of the river.
Sure.
And she's gonna attempt to summon Morgan right there.
Okay. When you walk up to...
Everybody
When-
else?
She's Johnny?
So, when you try to summon here, you can go ahead and do the roll, because this isn't like your automatic one. You actually have to use Arcana to try to do a ritual to summon someone else.
Penelope's been gone for a while. We're here.
We're all rolling for it.
I'm going to go look for her.
So, as you try to summon her, even though you're not in the Pokemon part, a little pop-up appears in front of you that says, let me get the message, because it's more fun if I dig that out. Rainbow badge required to proceed.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god. You actually have to fucking battle to get there? Oh my god.
Can I see Penelope from where I am?
You can see a giant pop-up.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes.
Seems we'll have to go back to Celadon City.
What's a rainbow badge?
So we're going to need a Pokemon with Cut.
But what's a rainbow badge?
It's what you get for defeating the gym leader in Celadon City.
Okay. Why do you fight the gym leader?
It's a test of how good you are at playing Pokemon, at commanding your Pokemon.
I don't know how to do that.
We'll need a Pokemon first.
Okay.
Well, first we'll have to go back to Celadon City. Did you see anything here?
No.
No? Okay, good. Alright,
I see this bubble! Just from my distance.
okay, I'm going to try and dream us back into Celadon City. Here I go. Doing it.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh boy. Oh, that's my worst stat. That's a
How do you keep rolling fours?
It's the game of fours.
Apparently.
If only this was episode 104.
Right.
Or 4.
I mean...
So,
Yeah, you try, and as you do that, you get a quick flash of the city where you're trying to go to. And in that way that video games do, where sometimes one sprite layer loads at a slightly different time than another, you can see briefly the entire city, and you see the plant at the bottom loads in a split second after. And you also notice that some of the buildings have doors that appear slightly after that signifies there's some kind of interaction on them. But you do not actually teleport there.
And we don't go anywhere else?
Nope, it just doesn't work.
Okay, that's not working. Why don't we just try leaving?
okay.
That worked last time.
You notice that Johnny is also able to walk on water here, by the way.
Interesting.
and just fucking jumps through.
Oh, well,
Uh, when Aiden tries to jump through, he just smashes into it like it's a piece of reinforced glass and bounces right off of it.
Do not like.
well, that's not going to work. Well, if we follow the river south, we'll end up in the village. So,
Well, wait, what about this?
oh, that's new. Who wants to try it?
Jump through.
Oh boy.
Okay. Aiden jumps through and disappears.
Ooh. Yeehaw!
Everybody jumping through?
Yeah.
After
Okay.
you.
So,
Phew. Everybody jumps through.
Remember there being wiggly trees? Like,
Pretty stride, baby.
So when you jump through, oh, so many windows are open. Let's just close that for right now. So when you jump through, you find yourselves back in the city, but you pop out of the trees just above the way you left.
Whoa.
So it appears the game has decided to drop you here. I mean, I guess it got us where we were going.
alright. So, I guess we have to fight Erica, maybe. Or whoever's in that gym.
let's say, who's Erica?
The gym leader. So we're going to need a Pokemon with cut to cut down the trees. Can you learn cut? I don't remember. Well, but
Can I just, like, pretend that I have a Pokemon? Like, imagine that I have a Pokemon?
I mean, I don't know how it works. Give it a shot. I'm gonna go find that Eevee.
Okay. Penelope is going to imagine that she has a Pokemon. She doesn't really know what a Pokemon is. She knows what a Pikachu is, I guess.
Wait, no, that's right. It's over here.
Like, hey, Johnny,
Yeah?
how much do you know about Pokemon?
Not a whole lot.
Okay,
Yeah,
is a
but
Pikachu a
That's right. It's
Pokemon?
between these two trees.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one is.
Okay.
And then you climb all the stairs inside this building, and then there's an Eevee.
Okay. Trying to imagine that I have a Pokemon.
Okay, do a charisma check with disadvantage because you don't really have an easy ability of visualizing a Pokemon.
12.
For a brief moment there, you get what would probably be a Pokemon, but for anyone watching who would actually know better, you temporarily form a Suazo and then it fades away.
Well, crap.
Am I successful in getting the Eevee, or can I even
So-
enter the building?
You can go in through the back, and when you do, I'm not going to pull it up because there are enough maps, I promise. You find yourself in the tower of the Einsburn Castle that leads up to where Hemlock's nest was.
Huh.
And it is all stairs all the way up. So are you going up?
Sure.
Okay. And Derek is there with you. I don't know if Aiden is also going or not.
I guess he would have followed if he was gonna ask Derek questions. But
And we know
Then-
we could gamble too. We could gamble for Pokemon. This is Celadon City. Well, not here. This is the Einsburn Castle.
Right.
Oh,
Okay,
the
so-
that-
You've been in there.
that's the one we just came from, right?
Yeah.
I's immediate response: nope, do not like out. Just
Okay, so he stays down. So the two of you go to the top. You go up a bunch of stairs, and when you get to the top, you find a giant bird nest. And sitting in the bird nest is a ball. It is a Pokeball.
I'll take it.
Okay. When you pick it up, it has a little light on it that glows, and you get the sense that you can open the ball and let something out.
Oh, sure.
When you do that, the little glow light blasts across the room and hits Derek. And Derek turns into a sand shrew.
Oh no! No! Okay, no. I take it back. I'm undoing that. Oh my god.
Derek is now a sand shrew, who just goes, Derek, Derek.
No! This is a nightmare! Oh no! Why am I like this?
I want to go to the Pokemon Center. It's shiny and pretty. They can deal with their chaos.
Maybe I can find a Pokemon in the Pokemon Center. That seems like a place where you would find them.
You are welcome to enter the Pokemon Center.
Going into the Pokemon Center.
What is Anise doing with her Derek Sandshrew?
I mean, she's probably gonna pick him up and run down the stairs.
Okay. She does so.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna figure out a way to fix you. Just gonna run to the Pokemon Center.
Everybody in the center.
Everybody going to the Pokemon Center. Okay. When you go into the Pokemon Center, you find yourself on a new map. Where are you, new map? I know you're shocked that I have a million maps over here, since I bothered to abstract out one of them a minute ago. Alright, get in here. Come on.
Sandshrew weighs 26 pounds.
Yeah?
So she basically just has him like she's holding a toddler.
Yeah?
2 feet
Derek,
tall, so-
Derek.
Is Pokemon?
He's a Pokemon now. I don't want it to be like this.
What?
This is Derek. He turned into a Sandshrew for some reason.
What's a Sandshrew?
It's a little mouse. It's a ground type. It's gonna be terrible for fighting the gym.
What's a ground type?
Ground types are weak to grass type. She's just crying.
Derek! And Aiden just goes to try and hold his bro. He's like, hear me, Derek?
Derek.
You know what?
Derek. And he just repeats back, hoping it means something.
Derek!
Derek!
I hope this doesn't in any way impact the actual Derek in real life.
We're gonna get back and he's gonna be a Pokemon.
Real life me will never forgive me.
What?
Can I, lesser restoration him and see if that does anything?
You can try.
As we're in the void between maps, basically.
Absolutely.
In the
Yeah.
loading screen.
Yeah, so I'm dragging you to the new map and then I'll share it.
I like to think that even though Anise has never played Monster Rancher, it looks like the Monster Rancher loading screen.
Alright, you're gonna be on a brand new map.
Oh no. It needs to be like a greater restoration for any sort of curse. Would we consider this condition?
Is Sandshrew truly a curse to you people?
Look, Sandshrew is amazing.
I mean, I can do, you want to consider it a disease, a Pokemon
Honestly, I
trait?
think this is an improvement.
No, it's not.
Is cute.
He's
He is-
portable.
He is cute, but it's not. I can't make out with a Sandshrew. That's weird.
Weird.
I'm proud of you, Anise. Alright. Let's share you a new map.
Anise does not know.
Green leaf potion.
Anise has never ever been on the internet, so she does not know about the large community of people that like making out and doing other things with Pokemon. So she's not going to say anything about that. Just know I'm thinking about it.
You find yourself at an familiar-ish version of Greenleaf Potions. And there's a dude inside. Let me get his picture.
The suspense is killing me.
I can't wait until this motion gets processed.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yep, that's Penelope. She's always running around in squares. Like 130 feet in a square.
Grandpa.
Question mark.
He's pixely too.
Oh no. God, his
All right,
eyes look
zoom.
And he's inside in the counter.
Yeah, I don't know why his token's not showing up. I made a token for him, but I must have set it up wrong. So whatever, he's there. It's the important part. He's behind the desk. I'm gonna turn on your ability to walk. Well, no, I'm not, because you guys are gonna go crazy if I do. So you're just gonna get this. So yeah, it's not quite how you remember it. It's how Anise remembers it when, her grandfather was sick, and an older Anise was visiting and saw the shop was in need of some renovation.
Oh my god, this place is a mess. Anise, what happened?
Well, Grandpa was getting sick, and couldn't really maintain the shop all that well. It was before he let me take over.
Oh.
And he didn't want Keith, helping. Stubborn like that.
Ah. Yeah, that tracks.
And of course he didn't want Beach and Buck here. Mainly Buck.
Well, from what I can tell, I really like what you did with the place.
But thank you.
You can relay that to not dream Anise somehow.
I don't know if I'll remember any of this.
Oh, well.
Sometimes I wake up and remember my dreams, and sometimes I don't.
Well.
Anyway, she just runs over, still holding the sand shrew Derek.
Inside, you can see him sitting in his chair, and he looks over to you, and he says, "You looking to battle?" He pulls out a Pokeball, and then he releases a, where are you? Check my notes, make sure I'm consistent. He lets out a Rapidash. Well, Ignatius, what you think?
Unicorn, of course.
A fire unicorn.
Yeah.
It just looks just like.
Why don't you go outside for a while, big guy? Go in the backyard. It still look sort of like how it used to.
Backyard.
Or will in the future.
He does not stop you.
Let me out.
I was kind of hoping you could fix him. She's just pointing to Derek.
I'm gonna go explore for my own Pokeball.
You know, I am just going to let you guys walk around. This is getting tedious.
Wait, will you give me money if I win?
Why would I give you money if you're not going to win? You have a sand shrew, and I have a Rapidash.
I've got the type advantage.
Yeah, but what level is your sand shrew?
That's an excellent question. Can I pull up a menu or anything and check?
You don't have any access to a menu as far as you can tell.
Look, it's okay. Very complicated. I don't know why, but my boyfriend got turned into this sand shrew, and I would like him to not be a sand shrew.
Oh, wait. I have an idea. Can I try something?
Sure.
Hey, Grandpa.
Yes.
Can I borrow your Rapidash? Is that what that's called? I don't know why I knew that, because I don't know shit about Pokemon.
Why would I let you borrow my Pokemon?
Because I'm really cool, and I'm adorable, and, your granddaughter thinks I'm cool and adorable, and actual you, like, not in the dream world, thinks I'm also cool and adorable, and you would definitely lend me a Pokemon.
Why do you want my Rapidash?
We have to fight Erica, who uses grass types. So a fire type horse would actually be very helpful. Will you let me borrow the Rapidash?
Roll persuasion.
Is the Rapidash Ignatius by any chance?
It is.
What am I rolling again? Persuasion?
Yep.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
It was just sitting on it.
Oh,
I'm not sure you've got enough badges to handle this Rapidash.
yeah, probably not.
Tell you what, get your Sand Shrew to learn Cut and we'll talk.
I can't learn cut. Where do you get cut? Shit.
Penelope's gonna look through the books on the shelf.
Oh, that's right. You have to go to Vermilion City. I don't know if any of the books in this version of the shop would be anything
Still looking
important.
at the books.
It's up to Anise what you see in those books.
Since this is a memory, sort of, it would just be like the books she remembers seeing. So like books about like local flora and fauna.
Boring.
Yeah, potions.
Yeah, all those books are not really your thing.
History books. Old people shit. You have to go to Vermilion City, and you have to go on the boat, and you have to rub the captain's back, and he gives you cut. The HM
Just go to the other boat. It'll be easier. Just go to the big game place. They've got a boat there. It'll be easier.
Game place? What game place?
With the gambling.
You're not talking about Celadon City. You're talking about Van-Fem's boat?
I mean, he's telling you what he's telling you.
Okay,
Alright.
fine. We'll be back for your Rapidash, old man.
Alright, I'm gonna go get Aiden.
Aiden, you notice that the back area is not as well maintained as it will be when Anise gets here.
Oh. Touche. Is there anything like shiny or like interesting in the room? It's like, I don't know, Pokemon. He's trying to figure out anything Pokemon related, but he doesn't want to stay near their area.
It looks like a largely underutilized space. Like there's stuff in here for making potions, but you don't see anything Pokemon-y.
Well, I'm trying to help. I guess maybe he'll like go upstairs.
The ability to go upstairs is not present for you.
Oh no. Well, he tried. Nope.
Yep.
Seeing any wiggly space or anything like that?
I don't see any wigglies either.
Okay.
Well, let me go back outside again.
Oh, hey Aiden.
Yes.
So we have to go to a gaming thing? I don't know.
No, yeah.
Fake Grandpap said we have to go there.
Okay. No Pokemon outside.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I follow.
Alright. Before we go, I am gonna try again.
Oh.
The summoning. She's gonna try again.
Okay.
Professor Oak's like, you can't do that here.
Is it another Arcana check?
As you go to start, you get the little pop-up.
Damn it!
You still don't have the necessary badge to use that move.
Fuck. Okay. Alright, let's go. Oh, that's the wall. That's why I couldn't. is just gonna run and catch up with the others. And then be like, alright, let's go.
Alright, well, there's only one boat in Kanto, so you cannot be talking about the SSM.
I don't know what that is.
And you can't be talking about Celadon City because that's landlocked and there's no boat. So I think he's talking about Van-Fem's boat.
He said something about a gaming thing.
I mean, you can gamble in Celadon City, but
And maybe that's where the boat is.
why would...
I mean, nothing we've walked into so far is actually connected to whatever the gate is, right?
That's true. Alright, I guess let's try and go back to Celadon City then. I guess I'll try and get us there.
Go for it.
Was charisma, right?
Charisma, yep.
Nope.
It wasn't
You're-
before.
You're having trouble, but you're getting better. That said, as you step out to the outside of the shop, you can see, similar to back when you were in the city itself, the border of the game map is blurry in that way that makes you think it will take you somewhere if you step through it.
We could just go that way. Probably gonna be easier.
Okay.
All right, so you step through the blurry side of the world, and you find yourself back in front of the Pokemon Center.
Hey.
Derek.
I'm gonna fix you, I promise. I don't want to make out with a sand shrew.
Yeah, that seems like it would be gritty. So where is this gaming thingy?
Follow me.
Okay.
Down this way. So you can exchange for prices here, and then this is the actual casino. So I guess
Oh.
let's try and go inside.
Okay. Boop.
Okay, stepping inside, you do in fact go to another map. Can you see why I cut down on the number of these we did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to attribute all these maps later. It's gonna be great.
I don't think Grandpap knows about Pokemon. I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Watch Grandpa beat the game like 15 times.
He's somehow got a DS, even though it's 2005.
Yeah.
Where's
Ooh.
did two of you overlap?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there you go. I was like, did I grab two of you at once somehow? Because I only dragged Ford over. Anyway.
Yep.
Okay, this looks familiar.
Beginning to think this might be a nightmare.
Yeah. So, here you are. Again. And you find yourself on the boat. And you find
He's not
this
pixely.
is you're still pixely. The other people are not.
Yeah.
But instead of seeing Freddy, you see Moss. And Moss is walking around. I did not flood even more tokens on here, but there are a bunch of normal patrons on the boat this time, or at least normal by weird mage people standards. And you can see Moss walking around constantly looking over his shoulder at the pit fiends as they seem to do that creepy fate thing where people just walk in circles around each other for no goddamn reason. And he just looks really uncomfortable as this is going on. And as all that's happening, you can see up in his normal watching spot is Van-Fem.
Ooh. Okay. Hang on, guys. I've got this. Well, she's gonna run up the stairs.
Anise is gonna approach Moss.
Okay. What is Aiden doing, just to make sure I know where everybody's at?
That's a good question. So, this is the boat not during, like, when we were there, right? Or is this a recreation of the event night?
It's not a recreation of the event night because it's not filled with all the people who were there before. This seems to be Anise's subconscious imagining what nights are normally like on the boat.
Okay.
So,
Then,
which is why it's mostly generic mages and people walking around and a bunch of, pit fiends awkwardly walking circles around Freddy and making him look really uncomfortable. Like he feels unsafe.
Derek True. Sanderic? She does not
Derek.
I think Aiden's just gonna keep watch on both of them, kind of on like the boat and the party itself, so he'll kind of stand in the middle of it.
Yeah. Johnny's going to kind of follow but hold distance. All right, so we will start with Anise and Moss and Derek.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's sort of doing that scared, trying to keep all three of them in view at once, and it's obviously impossible, and that's clearly making him more nervous.
This is my dream, so she just kicks the one right next to her as hard as possible. Get him away.
Okay, roll charisma with advantage.
Charisma with advantage.
Yeah.
Still my worst stat.
Yeah.
Is this a save or an ability check?
It's a check.
Okay. It's not rolling with advantage. That's weird. Oh, shit.
Oh, there's 3 dice. GD20 or G20? I don't know what that does.
I'll just roll again. Look, dropping that 20 is sad, but
So close.
Still good. Yeah, you the one that you kick out of the way flies across the area, smacks into that suit of armor, and then slowly stands up, gives you the finger, and then walks away.
She gives him the finger right back, and then turns to glare at the one over on the left side too, and just makes shooing motions.
It holds its hands up flat, like don't want no trouble, and steps back over here. The remaining one does the same. They give you the space.
All right, no time to explain. This is a dream. Do you have HMO1 cut? I know what I mean.
No, the captain has it. I think you know how to get it, unfortunately.
Fucking fantastic. Well, nice talking to you. Goodbye.
Derek!
I'm gonna fix you, I promise.
All right, Penelope, what's up?
She's gonna approach Van-Fem and be like, hello.
Hello. Welcome to my ship, the SS Fem's Casa.
Oh,
Would you like to gamble?
Oh my god.
The accent.
Oh no.
There are many opportunities here to make Poké Dollars.
Can you just give me some Poké Dollars?
That would not be a good business venture.
Okay, but you and I are conducting business.
What have you done that is worthy of money?
A lot of things that
Would you like, are you challenging me to a Pokemon duel? Because I have Pokemon. And he holds up 3 Pokeballs.
Can I borrow one of those?
That would not be good business.
Do you know how I can get a Pokemon?
You can trade.
What am I trading?
What are you offering? Or he looks over your shoulder at Johnny. Are you trading?
No.
And just charges up the stairs.
Have Johnny.
I'll kick his ass. I'll kick his ass right now. I'll do it.
The extra 65 pounds makes it so she's kind of skids.
You skid with that cartoon brakes kind of noise.
Excellent. Are you feeling seasick?
As a matter of fact, I somehow am.
Oh, good. She puts down Derek and just gets behind him and starts aggressively rubbing his shoulders. Like to the point where it's probably painful.
That is somehow worthy of an HM. Here you go.
Thanks.
You get HMO1.
Yay.
Derek!
Also, just because this is a dream and I really want to do this, she just smacks him.
You smack him, and he goes, "Are you challenging me to a Pokemon battle?" He holds up 3 Pokeballs while looking at your Derek.
I don't think I have enough Pokemon to fight you.
Wait, Anise. This is your dream.
Right?
Tell him to give me a Pokemon.
Give her a Pokemon.
Roll charisma.
Oh my god.
Okay. It's like, I see. Okay. You are the boss here, I suppose. He looks over the 3 Pokeballs in his hand. He seems to be doing some kind of math in his head. And then he looks around. He says, "All right. Sure, I'm not using this one anymore." And he holds up one of the Pokeballs, and a beam of light flies out, and Freddy gets pulled into it.
I'm fucking crying.
And he hands it to Anise. "Please take good care of Freduo."
I literally.
Wait, what do you get turned into?
She like lets him out.
A Doduo pops out with 2 faces. One of them is Freddy, the other is Moss.
I'm fucking crying. Oh my god.
Well, that's a little better for fighting Erica with, I guess. Flying type. Even though it can't fly.
I don't know what that means.
I just started going from crying to this just like Pokemon, just like well.
Why? Why?
Anise.
Fred!
Get back in the Pokeball, buddy.
Freduo! Goes back in.
Well, now we have 2. She turns back to Van-Fem. Give us some money, too.
Roll charisma.
No. What?
You can reroll it.
Oh, okay.
The thing we do for money.
Well,
Fine. He hands you 200 Pokedollars.
that's probably enough to get a Pokeball or a potion. Probably enough. I think potions are more. Well, it's a start.
Now, if you'll excuse us, the ship has to sail away, even though it makes no sense in this setting for it to do so.
Alright, well, I'm glad I helped you with your seasickness, Captain.
Thank you very much. Ow.
I hope I remember this when I wake up. Alright, I'll try and get us back to Celadon City. Ew. Ah! Shit. Ah. Well, I was so close to it.
Nope.
This is not working.
If you're having trouble, you can just walk off the edge of the boat.
You know what? Sure, why not? I have got to learn how to do lucid dreaming. Derek, you should probably get back in the Pokeball in case we fall in the water.
Derek, there! Goes back in. You now have 2 Pokeballs.
As she's walking off the edge, she's sobbing.
Himbo's gotta catch 'em all.
That means Iden's next.
Alright. So, as you step off of the boat, the entire ship seems to not so much sail away as slide off your view. And then you find yourself back in town.
Oh my god. This is the best.
I love this so much.
Okay.
Now I have. Okay, I can teach cut to Derek, and we can cut down the trees that are in front of the gym. But I don't think Freddy is high level enough to fight Erica. So we really just need the Rapidash from Grandpap. Or we can try gambling.
Didn't he
Well-
say to teach Derek the cut thingy?
That's
and then
true.
he would talk to us about giving us the Rapidash?
So she'll let out Derek,
Derek.
and she'll take out what is clearly just a CD and just like, how does it do?
Derek the sand shrew leans forward and bites it, and then it spins in his mouth in a weird way, and then he goes, Derek.
I think he can cut now. All right. How did
You get a message that says, "Oh," and then Derek Sandshrew starts to flash between Sandshrew and Sandslash, and a prompt appears. Would you like to press the B button?
No.
He successfully evolves into a Sandslash, Derek. Derek!
You still sound Derek to me, buddy.
Yeah, whatever name you gave him remains.
I'm not trading you away. She just pats him on his head. She can't pick him up anymore because I'm sure Sandslash is too heavy.
I'm pretty sure it's a very heavy friend.
So I think if
Or
I
he's at least level 22 then.
so Grandpap shop was in the Pokemon Center?
Right, okay. So let's go back there, and then he can lend us the Rapidash, Ignatius. And once we've got that, we can fight Erica. Maybe.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
the gym actually leads to the gym.
Okay, so we will fast forward through the going back to the shop because per Pokemon logic, you've successfully done what he says. Like, all right, just take good care of him, and hands you a Pokeball that has a Rapidash in it that is named Ignatius, and it is level 60.
Woo!
You get bonus HP because you've been traded to me. They go back.
I don't even know what that means.
Ignatius is going to carry the whole damn team.
He suggests you check out the shop just to prepare yourself.
Like his shop? Or the Pokemart?
The Pokemart, the department store.
Right, so we've got 200 Pokédollars, which will buy us like one thing. It's not very much. No, it's more like $2 in all money.
What the hell kind of a game is this?
You can buy one potion, which is not my kind of potion. It's like a
$200 potion.
or you can buy one Pokeball.
For
A rope is like 300.
Rhymer.
disgusting.
We don't have a fishing rod. I don't think we'll be able to get a fishing rod.
No.
Well, we've got 3 Pokemon. Isn't that enough?
Well, one of them. I mean, we can probably just use Ignatius the whole time and be fine. Freddy, Duo. He's a flying type, so he'd be good too. What would happen when he evolves into Trio? You know, I don't want to know. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. I'm a little bit as we're just walking over to the department store. I'm
Yeah.
quite uncomfortable with the idea of ordering my boyfriend and ex around.
Not gonna lie, Anise, this says a lot about your subconscious.
In a Pokemon
Yeah.
sense. In the Pokemon sense.
She actually does want to order them around. She just doesn't want to admit to it.
Why are you being mean to me, Penelope?
I'm not being mean.
Is she crying again? Ida's gonna go console like a dream Anise. Anise is okay.
I don't want to make out with a Dodu. I want that less. They have beaks. It's weird.
He starts contemplating like his mom has a beak. How does she make out with other bird people? They both have beaks.
We enter Celadon department store.
It's just like
So, you walk in, and on the first floor, you actually find that it's a used books and electronics store. And you can see a dude who is sitting behind the desk with a Game Boy.
And he's pixelated.
Pixel Felix.
Like, yeah, sorry about stealing your game and being in the game in my head. Jeez.
He is sitting behind the desk playing a copy of Pokemon on a Game Boy.
Oh, look, it's that nerd.
Oh, yes, how can I help you?
Give me a Pokemon.
Please.
But I'm playing it.
Please.
We're looking for what we can get for 200 Poké Dollars or less that will help us fight Erica. I think.
Oh, are you going up against the gym leader?
Yes.
Oh, well, then you should probably save first. And he holds up the Game Boy. For 200 Poké Dollars, you can have this and save.
She just takes it out of his hands. And just
Hey,
like,
that's crime.
I'm going to pay for it. I just want to make sure it's not defective or something. She opens the menu.
Yeah, you open the menu and you can see Felix's save is currently on it.
No. I didn't know. I didn't, Felix. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't mean to save over your game. Take it back. I don't want it. Take it back. Take it back.
But Anise, we have to save.
No. No
I don't
do-overs.
understand.
No do-overs if we don't beat Erica the first
Give me
time.
the
No.
I'm taking it from you.
No.
I'm gonna fight you for it.
Is there anything else in this
She's
shop?
gonna like just put up her fists like she's gonna fake fist fight Anise. Give me all your money.
All right, fine. She hands it over.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the store while they're like doing?
Roll investigation.
She's gonna hand the $200 to Felix.
All right, then.
Maybe
He hands you a Game Boy.
5.
I don't want to save over your Pokemon.
Uh,
I don't want to kill Pokemon.
I didn't. You find a Pokeball hidden behind a shelf.
Ooh.
I click it.
Look,
It
but
explodes.
Oh.
It
Oh,
explodes.
the fucking Voltorb. Ah! And his Pokeball hurt.
Oh, I think you probably found a Voltorb. Sorry.
Is it dead? Am I dead?
I mean, it's self-destructed, so it's gone, but you're not dead. You just hurt.
It's not dead, it's just napping. The only real way to kill a Pokemon is to save over the game.
So Felix, how do I save?
Oh, you just go in the menu and hit save.
Oh, okay, I'm doing that right now. Boop.
Oh, well, it's yours now. It's fine.
Deal with it.
I guess I have to.
Yeah.
So it's like the Voltorb.
Reaches under the table and pulls out another Game Boy with a different color Pokemon in it.
You bitch.
Okay.
You made me feel bad about that. You just had another one?
Well, I have to get all of them. You have to trade between them.
See?
Do you want to trade for the ones you're missing later?
Well, I can't trade these two. And I don't, and this isn't not my Rapidash. I have to give it back.
I need to save this. Or it's like, need to save Voltorb.
It's napping, buddy. Just put it back. Are there stairs to go up, or is this just like, this isn't it?
There are stairs to go up, but you see that little wavy effect on them. So you get the impression all doors are just going to take you back outside. I originally mapped this thing out, and I'm like, this will take forever. We're not doing it. This thing has like 6 floors. I'm not doing that.
So Penelope wants to look around and see if there's anything interesting in the store.
Sure, do better than I did.
You could also roll investigation.
Okay.
Investigation is my worst rolls.
So do you have any like
We are not rolling.
potions? Please.
Penelope, you find a Pokeball behind a shelf.
She's gonna poke it.
It explodes. Stop blowing up my shop.
Oh,
Aiden kind of finds this amusing now at this point since the second one's blown up. And you said they're napping.
We could take them to the Pokemon Center, which just leads to Grandpap.
Yeah, I don't want to go visit Grandpap again.
He was kind of mean when he was sick. By kinda, I mean very.
So, do we have what it takes to go and defeat the gym leader now?
Probably.
Okay. Let's go!
We exit the shop.
You exit the shop.
Hey, Anise! How do you get in here? There's trees everywhere.
And that's why we taught Derek cut. We have to cut down this tiny tree. She lets Red Derek out.
Derek,
No.
Derek.
For
Sand
Derek
Derek,
is the
Sand
ship-
Derek, Jesus.
For Derek is the Freddy Derek ship name.
She lets out Sand Derek.
Derek.
Alright, you use cut on that tree, please.
Derek.
Oh, cute.
If we stand on the place where this is and save the game and then completely go out of the game and reload it, we'll be standing on top of the tree.
Is that good?
You're a fucking nerd, Anise. Oh my god.
Let's go!
Just want you to know I had to edit a sprite for that.
And we love it.
That was amazing.
Oh,
What?
men may not be able to come in here, actually.
Why?
Well, I mean, you play as a little boy. You know what, never mind, it'll be fine. There's usually a guy peeking in. Okay.
Maybe.
Come on, Aiden.
Okay.
So I ended up not doing it, but just because I wanted you to understand, I originally did have a guy peeking in, and the guy peeking in was the dude from the boat, and prior to that, from the Lupin party.
No, the guy that was basically just cruising for a wife.
Yeah, it was going to be him, but I got tired of trying to find a way to pixelate him that didn't suck because he's a face claim, so I just abandoned it. But that's what it would have been.
It's all good.
Yeah, so just assume he's there being creepy. All right, you're going in the gym. Let's open up the gyms map.
Since Leo is supposed to be standing outside there, Penelope's gonna kick him in the shins before she runs inside.
Blam. All right. I'm gonna drag you guys to brand new map.
I remember nothing else from this dream. I hope it's smacking the shit out of Van-Fem twice. I could really forget my boyfriend and my ex both turning into Pokemon.
Don't worry, if you don't remember, I'll tell you all about it.
I've got
Every single bit.
I've got no choice but to believe you.
I'm gonna tell you everything.
Just, don't lie and say I totally made out with the Sand Slash.
I will say that you totally made out with the sand several times. What's the sand slash?
Derek!
I will say that you totally made out with Derek several times.
But he's a Sand
Well,
Slash.
he was a sand slash.
Where did Aiden go?
I don't know.
He escaped.
I was there.
He's free.
Alright. I'm going to take this opportunity to take a break.
That's fair.
I might have merged onto somebody again.
Yeah, let me just click on him and move people.
Aiden's just like, I don't want to see things fight each other. My heart. It's gonna close its eyes for the whole battle.
I'm trying to find out which one of them you're stuck under. Because you're not on the city map anymore, right?
I don't think so. I don't see myself because I was in the door.
Yeah, you must have come over with someone and they're just overlapping. Oh well, once we get on the new map, I'm sure if you move a little bit, it'll fix itself. So let's just get that together.
Oh no.
Stop dying.
Okay.
All right.
Woo.
Welcome back.
Hooray.
I miss.
Yeah, I was trying to troubleshoot where the Iden went.
Disappeared. Can't make me go to this gym.
Keeps trying to turn you into a Pokemon.
I am true.
Yeah, you're that fusion between Machamp and Rapidash.
We warned you about it. All right. Here comes your new map, which is mislabeled because that's not what it is.
I was say what? Here again? I mean, I'll go.
I mean, it's similar.
This is not. Well, this is interesting.
Is Iden on that map? Can you see it?
I do not see Iden.
Yeah, I don't see it at all.
I'm trying to find out where your token went because I thought I dragged you over with the rest of them, but I can't find you on any of the maps. So we're just going to make a new copy of you, and if there's two, then I will destroy one of them at my next convenience.
Dream logic.
Oh yeah.
Of course there are two Idens. Why wouldn't there be?
I said.
There, fresh Iden.
Yay!
Put fresh items straight from the oven.
All right, so you can see yourself on what looks like Fem's Casa, but it's not on the open sea. It is, in fact, within the woods of Sherwood. And you can see a gym leader across the boat, and she looks familiar.
You're not me. You're nothing. I'm kidding.
She looks like this.
No.
She's so cute.
I love her.
She sees a lot of you walking in and walks forward.
Am I also playing young Anise?
You are, and you're going to welcome them to the gym. Because they've entered your gym, so they must challenge you.
Welcome to the Sherwood Gym, challengers.
Okay, very important question.
I can't do kid voice and accent at the same time. I'm trying.
Very important question. How tall is she?
She's
Still tall, be taller than
kind of sitting down, so it's hard to tell.
No, she'd still be taller than Penelope.
I know, I am aware, because most teenagers would be taller. This is still very important to her.
At 13?
Yes.
5'2".
Damn it.
5'3", yeah.
Iden is just like, you see like little stars in his eyes. It's like, tiny Anise.
Well,
I'm here to fight you, nerd.
I don't think I can fight her, so please be careful with these. She just hands you the 3 Pokeballs.
Yeah.
The Rapidash is going to be the most useful.
Okay. Okay.
Fire is good against grass.
Okay.
If for some reason you feel the need to, you can also use Freddy. He's a flying type, which is also good against grass. Do not use Derek. He will die.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, she looks at you and she says, "Let's battle." And so she now is going to be sending out her first Pokemon for you to encounter.
Penelope's gonna send out the fire horse as instructed.
Don't hurt a horse. No fight.
No, we gotta fight! I didn't
No.
I need this freaking rainbow badge! Whatever it is.
Zubat Tholomew, I choose you!
I choose you!
I don't know why I keep getting higher pitched.
It's more fun.
Bartholomew, I choose you.
Oh, I don't like that. That is not just a bat. That is a spider bat.
Spider bat, spider bat.
Ivan's just looking horrified at this thing. They just dealt with Shalara. He's just like, I don't want here. And he just like goes immediately to like the door.
I was assuming she'd have grass types. I guess there was.
I mean, it's
Yeah, Rapidash is still going to work.
Alright. Okay, so it's Rapidash?
Yes. Well, you
Okay.
can call him Ignatius. That's his
Ignatius, beat the crap out of Bartholomew!
Let's see, what would
Do
Rapidash
the
have?
thing!
You can tell him to use Stomp or
Stop it,
something.
Jason!
all right.
Bartholomew. Wing attack.
Okay. The bat swoops forward and attacks Ignatius and does very, very little damage. Ignatius uses Stomp, instantly knocking the bat unconscious.
Woohoo!
Oh, no, that is a very powerful Pokemon that you are commanding. Very good, very good. Now I will send out my second Pokemon,
What a proper little British nerd.
which is probably not a Wingull because those don't exist yet.
Should have. So I've been trying to avoid throwing actual Pokemon assets in, just because there's a limit to how far I can push this.
Fair.
However, what you are going to get is I'm going to message you the name so that you can call it out so that we're not just doing it redundantly.
Okay,
So,
what are you messaging?
I'm just going to put it in the chat in a voice that only you can read. So,
You know, I think that she may or may not. I don't know how she would react if you used Freddy, actually.
Don't
confirming you're the only one who can read this. Yeah, just you. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
At that age, she didn't know that she liked Freddy. She just thought he was cool and American. She's me, so. My next Pokemon is going to be Hemlax.
Black.
Snorlax.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a giant hemlock.
I won't be going easy on you. Hemlax use Hyper Beam.
No!
Bwah. Roll a d20. The Hyper Beam goes wide and misses the Rapidash, smashing into the suit of armor next to Aiden and blasting a hole through it and the side of the ship.
It's okay, buddy. We'll work on your aim.
He looks really tired.
Ivan's just grabbing at the door. Alex?
Ignatius, dab hemlock with your horn. I don't know how this works.
I don't think that's a move.
Set him on fire.
Yes, you can tell him to use Fire Blast.
Use that thing.
Knocks him out.
Knocks him out. All right, you've got one left. And I'm going to message you what it is now.
And good at Pokemon.
I'm shit at Pokemon, Tiny Anise.
I will be sending out my third and final Pokemon now.
I don't think she knows what I'm saying at all.
If you defeat me, yeah, you can have the rainbow badge.
Okay, but why is it a rainbow badge?
It's because flowers come in many colors.
I will accept that.
It's because Eric is gay.
Which is fun too.
Anise, am I still Pokemoning correctly?
You're doing fine, I guess.
Okay. What are you saying?
Me? Or
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh. You don't have a new thing
Oh.
to say?
Sorry. Oh no. My third and final Pokemon is Fredrio.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
a bird with 3 heads pops out. Similar to the one that you have before. One of them is like younger Freddy. One of them is Moss, and one of them is a Freddy with the head of the vampire duck.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Fredrio used Tri-Attack.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna change Pokemon.
Oh no.
I'm gonna call out Derek. Call you out, Derek.
Derek.
Alright. Derek.
Don't use a ground move. It's not effective.
Cut Fred. Triple Freddy.
Derek. Okay, so first the Tri-Attack will resolve, so roll 3d20. Okay, and now do a charisma check to see how powerful and evasive Derek is. So, the 3 weird, well, the 2 Freddy heads and the duck swoop in for biting at him, and he does that weird Derek thing where he disappears into a shadow and poofs out behind it, and then he just actually swoops forward for the same cut attack you saw on the plan and just gets it in the back of all 3 heads at once, instantly knocking it out. Derek!
That's my boy! Your Sand Derek is very powerful. I can't do kid voice and
It's fine.
She's just gonna pat Derek on the head and be like, good job, nerd.
Very good.
Derek.
I now confer upon you this rainbow badge.
Cool.
You have bested me in a Pokemon battle. You're a very strong Pokemon trainer.
I don't know why you keep telling me that because I don't know what Pokemon are. I just wanted this cool ass
How do
bitch.
you put up with these people? Older me. I ask myself that a lot.
Yeah, how do you put up with me, Anna?
Very carefully.
I see how they.
You're a very good friend, Penelope.
Whatever.
Well.
Derek.
We have the rainbow badge now. Good job.
Okay.
Good job, Derek.
Okay, so I've got the rainbow badge. Now I gotta go summon this butthead Morgan my butt.
Well, I don't see any water here, so I guess we have to.
Alright, we're leaving. Let's go back to the secret hideout.
Oh, okay. I do remember how we got there. Alright. I will follow you.
I'll just say that we go.
Sure.
Yeah.
You go back to the city, you go to the left.
Yeah.
Drag that map back out. So as you're on your way there, when you leave this map, you actually end up in a different place.
Oh.
It's a different memory that I will now drag everybody onto, and hopefully this time not have to create a third item.
Oh no.
Anise, why did you dream of 3 items? I don't know. Dream. Why did you dream?
I was trying to put the Doug trio into it. Didn't work very well. There's no way to say that.
Idrio.
The
Idrio.
Now you have 2.
They just have such defined abs, even though they're mole. do your legs look like?
It's got like 4 legs for each item.
Oh my god.
All right, so you are on a brand new map here, but Anise recognizes it as the place where she met Freddy.
So she's in a tree, reading. That's
Yep.
what she does.
She's over here.
Wait, this isn't where
And your lost nerd is over here. Just gonna use that token rather than making redundant ones. It's not Moss, it's just younger him.
Wait, I thought this.
Oh, this is where I met Freddy for the first time. Wow, I haven't been here in a long time. I don't know why we're here.
Yeah, because I tried to go to the secret base.
Well, at the very least, we should have gone back to the city.
We cut through.
Oh, we cut through the city and then tried to go to Cycling Road, and it took us here. Got it. Well, you need to talk to Morgan, so I suppose we should try and find a way out.
This way?
It's not like an embarrassing memory or anything, I just don't know why we're here.
Derek.
Yeah, you did great in that battle, buddy.
Can Penelope do a perception check for anything that might give them a clue to what they're supposed to be doing here? Other than snooping on Anise.
You don't really see anything that stands out. You don't have to roll. It seems odd that it took you to a different place. Nothing immediately stands out. There's no special portals or anything.
So basically the memory would play out as Freddy stumbling around in the wood looking lost as fuck and panicking, and then Anise up in the tree sees him and is like, "Are you lost?" That's a really high pitch.
It gets higher each time.
Yeah, every time I regress an inch.
It's gonna be this way.
Are you lost? And then that's how they met. Like basically, he's like, "Yeah, I'm totally lost. I got bored of the tour they were giving and decided to go off on my own, and I found myself here." She's like, "All right, well, I'll take you back to Sherwood. Why are you here? What's with your accent? Where are you from?" As they're walking.
Oh.
And we just walk away. Oh, I can't move this Anise.
Yeah. So as they're walking away, Anise knows that the path that they're taking from here would go to the secret base. Or at least go by it on their way to Sherwood.
Well, if we follow them, it will go to the secret base. I did take him to the secret base before I found his actual family.
You took him to the secret base?
Well, yeah, I wanted to show it off because I thought it was cool. I was 13.
What a nerd.
That, and I'd never met anyone from America, and seemed fun, and wanted to get to know him. Not too many half-elves in Sherwood. We had a lot in common. Anyway, if we follow them, we'll end the conversation going.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, following them does take you to where you were trying to get before. So I will drag you there accordingly. So many maps.
So,
This might be the last one, and it's one that you know already.
Yay!
Dream Anise.
Yes?
Question. How do you feel about Freddy?
She just puts the sand slash back in the Pokeball. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Freddy right now.
How do you feel about Derek?
I want to like Derek. I do like Derek. I don't want to have this conversation. Let's just get Morgan summoned and get on out of my head. That's what we came here for. I mean, I like you. You're fun and cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna actually find out anything by talking to Dream Anise.
Huh.
Okay, so they go through this area. You can see they go off to have their little side conversation, which shows off how cool it is. But you are now in the area with the water again.
All right, she's gonna try one more time.
You do not have any obstruction this time because you have a rainbow badge.
Hell yeah.
You can hear them off in the distance, like, how did you get here? Did you fly on a plane? That sounds really cool. Is that really cool? Oh, I mean, yeah, kind of.
All right.
Do I have to make an Arcana roll again?
I'll let you have this one. I've made you roll that enough times. Let me.
No.
So you perform the ritual specifying that you're summoning Morgan, and in the water in front of you, a Pokemon-style pixelation disruption happens where something is coming out of the water. And what you get is this.
Oh
my god.
my god.
That is amazing.
What?
This is different. Is this your subconscious is doing? Points over at Aiden.
Me? Why?
She's so cute.
Not me. Wait, hold on. Is she like tiny?
She's the size that you are. This is different. I seem to be boxes.
Yeah,
Can I help?
Normal.
Yeah, I guess you're all boxes too. Well, we said we'd have a conversation. I suppose this is the neutral ground. As neutral as having 5 colors is. All right, I guess we'll get to business. I see you brought your friends in contingency here. Well then. Do I have to look like this? Can this change?
You have to stay the same height.
For a second there, it looks like she's trying to do something. It's not working. All right, whatever. I'm just visiting. It's okay. So, I've been looking for an audience. I'll take what I can get. Would you like to have this conversation with all of your friends present?
Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have to be here.
Aiden doesn't want her by herself from what he's been told. Again, and the warnings they've been given, he's not letting Penelope get tricked into something. So he just looks at her and says, yes.
That. You didn't even ask me.
We warned, keep you safe.
Yeah?
Yes. Lucretia say.
Well, what if I want to have this conversation by myself?
Lucretia say keep safe.
You can keep me safe. If it looks like something's fucking up, you can come do something about it.
He looks over to Dream Anise.
I think I have to stay here. I mean, even if I'm not here, I'm here, and she's just gesturing around everywhere.
He's concerned about tricks. Also, we all met her together initially. It's not like it wasn't just Penelope. He's not leaving. Like, you'd have to convince him somehow, and he'd very much like, I do not trust this situation.
Okay, fine.
Suit yourself. So I've been approaching you for some time now because I feel like we could come to a mutually beneficial situation, considering what I know of where you're going. You're planning on going to Dream's End. You're planning on participating, directly or indirectly, she says, looking around at the lot of you, in a Holy Grail war there, and I think you're going to need some help. I would like to offer my services in exchange for your assistance in helping me.
What do you need?
I am currently asleep in Camelot. Camelot is in Dream's End. I would appreciate your assistance in waking me up.
If you were to wake up, what would happen?
Well, for starters, I'd be able to help you, but more to the point, I have been asleep for a very long time, and from what I've seen and the views of the world I've had through your dreams, things are not getting better without me.
Why are you asleep?
I'm asleep because my sisters put me to sleep because they wanted the world to move on from the world of the fairies and the world of the gods and the world of magic. And while Nimue represents the present and Vivienne represents the future, I represent the past, and I was getting in the way.
So what would happen if you woke up?
I would start putting some things back to where they belong, for starters. Listen, my powers are primordial. My powers are tied to the source of things. They are tied to the root. They are tied to the mana that is leaving this world. Putting me to sleep accelerated that. I would like to bring some of it back before I die in my sleep while everything else goes to hell.
I'm gonna insight her.
Sure?
Same.
Yep.
He's also gonna ask, what about Eldath, pretty much, is what he's trying to get across to her. Because if she's past, Nimue's present, and I guess is like Vivian future, you said?
Yeah.
Where does that, yeah, he wants to know where that leaves the eldest, where they originated from.
Okay, so everyone who's rolling insight on her, I guess I'm still waiting on Aiden insight, just to make sure I'm giving you proper information. Okay. So, Anise, you're not really sure what to make of this. She's saying words at you. She's kind of hard to read, given she's got a weird chibi face right now. Penelope and Aiden, as far as you can tell, she's not lying. She has not said any lies to you. Or she firmly believes what she's saying, I should say. To Aiden's question of, what about Eldath? Eldath is one of the many facets of, well, the fundamental powers behind the universe. She is a goddess of the elves and of the phantasmals there, and like so many other divine beings, she has been diminishing with time. She is not part of the lake itself. She is both bigger and smaller depending on your perspective. However, I come from a time when she had more power and more influence over the world. I would do her more favors than my sisters ever have, because they've moved on from her and the world of the gods.
But she no put you sleep.
Excuse me?
She didn't put her, like, Eldath didn't put her to sleep, though. It was the actual Fae siblings and not the goddess.
As far as I'm aware, she had no role in that. Our abilities are linked to one another. So it would take one of them to put me to sleep, and it would take someone channeling their abilities to help me wake up. Which is why I'm speaking with a lot of you now.
Something doesn't make sense, though.
What part of it doesn't make sense?
The part where they wanted to move on. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why? What reason would they have to move on from the age where they were strongest?
Well, I would wager your lady, as someone who likes to plant seeds for the future, wants to see where the new world goes, for good or ill. And I would say that Nimue is not proactive, she is reactive. So if Vivienne decides that Morgan is a problem and convinces Nimue that Morgan is bad for her future, then the two of them gang up on Morgan while Morgan is unawares, and then Morgan is put to sleep.
If you woke up, you said you would stop putting things back in place. What would that do?
From what I've seen, for starters, in my absence, that does not mean that my abilities and the sources of my power are gone. One thing that I have dominion over is currently running amok and awakening origins every time it wants a snack.
Shadow.
You control it.
That is my shadow left unchecked without me there to stop it.
So that's actually quite a problem for us. We're worried that it might attack us when we enter Dream's End. It's already tried to attack me.
It is, from what I can tell, somewhat feral without anything guiding it. From what I saw when I met you, it looks like as soon as I was down, well, not as soon as, but eventually after I'd been down for a time, my shadow came across that hero scribe and turned him into what you know now. And I sincerely doubt that's the only thing that it's gone after.
Certainly not. Is there a way to reverse the awakened origins or fix it? Or are they just like that?
I am of the domain of the past. I can turn things back to what they were before. If there was ever a state where their origin was not awakened, I can put them back to that state.
Ivan's like intently looking at her.
Can you do that with things that aren't origins?
I can send anything back to where it came from. That is my power. She looks over at your Pokeballs. Look, something in there is different than it used to be. Would you like me to put that back now?
Literally.
Please.
Don't agree to anything.
I'm not making an agreement. I'm giving you an offer to show what I mean. I expect nothing in return. I'm simply asking first in good faith.
It's not a deal.
She looks to Penelope. I'll pass for now.
Better let you know. I just wanted to see it.
Now, how do you...
Okay. Yeah. So are you talking about putting the mana back to the way it was?
I'm not entirely sure, from my limited vantage point, what exactly is going on with the mana leaking in the most recent incident. From what I could tell from, well, the dreams I've been privy to, the concern is that the previous Grail War's wish was too big, which means that whatever's doing this can be undone. The lands that have been lost to this mana drain can get it back. I can put it back in the places that were hurt. I can take the creatures that were pulled here against their will and send them home. I put things back to the way that they were supposed to be before something else affected them.
So, what did you do that made your sisters want to put you up?
I would guess they were unhappy about the role that I played in the fall of Camelot.
What did you do? What was your role?
The role that I played in the fall of Camelot
Yeah.
was the... How familiar are you with the stories of King Arthur?
I'm pretty familiar, but I want to hear this from you.
Fine. So, King Arthur created Camelot. Well, created is a misleading term. King Arthur led Camelot after drawing the Sword of Selection, after wielding the spear that binds the textures of the world together. And King Arthur was an unaging entity. King Arthur, upon drawing that sword, stopped aging entirely. But King Arthur was still, for the most part, a human. And King Arthur, as a human, would eventually have a rotting soul and bring great devastation to the world.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
we
lost
lost
you.
all of that.
That's unfortunate. Where did it cut out?
It cut off, like,
An
King
aging
Arthur was an
entity.
unaging entity.
Okay. King Arthur, upon drawing the Sword of Selection and wielding Excalibur from the planet, was an unaging entity. 10 years went by without a day of aging, but King Arthur was fundamentally human, and humans cannot live forever. And King Arthur grew distant from all of the people around her and made many people uncomfortable because she did not consider herself among her people. She considered herself something else. And as they grew uncomfortable with this ageless, potentially immortal being whose soul would still grow old and die, it was very dangerous. So I put steps in place for King Arthur to have an heir and carry on the way humans are meant to. This upset the other two because they were backing King Arthur for their own goals. And so when Camelot fell, and I lost my son, by the way, well, they were upset, and this is what they did to me.
So, let's say that I don't believe you.
That is your
But I
prerogative.
me. What?
You do not have to believe me, but you can ask her. Ask your lady if I've said anything untrue.
I'm gonna call her up right here, right now.
You can try.
Okay, I will. And she's gonna try and summon Vivian.
Okay. as you're trying to summon her, you notice that the water that is holding Morgan intact starts to ripple. Seems like your line's busy.
She's gonna be like this. No, she's gonna try again.
Would you like me to hang up?
Are you not able to be in the same place at the same time?
I think you're probably running into your own limitations here. You're using the same ritual for two different things at the same time. Listen, you don't have to make any decision now. But when you're there and you find yourself in a corner, and when the shadow monster creeps down and utterly changes someone you care about, just remember that I'm there and that the offer is outstanding. If you don't need me, then I don't blame you if you never decide that you want to wake me up. But if you or anyone that you care about, anyone here, finds someone who is altered beyond your comfort, just remember, that's where I rest. That's where I would like to see any of you, but for obvious reasons, especially you. And from there, I will not bother you. You can proceed and not think about me anymore. I just wanted an opportunity to make my case.
We woke you up. Would you like try to fight your sisters? Would you go after someone for revenge?
There's no point in that. I couldn't beat them. The past has a difficult time fighting the present and the future. I simply want to do my job.
Would putting things back the way they are affect anything in the world? Would it make it worse for humans or for phantasmal?
I dare say anyone who benefits from the way things are may or may not benefit or suffer based on the changes. I can't change the world on a global scale. I can simply change what's in front of me. I'm not going to go and turn back the world 1,000 years. That is well beyond my abilities, but there are holes that can be patched.
You know how to seal the bubble?
I could do that. So long as there was ever a time before where it wasn't present, I could roll it back and then it would be gone.
Alright, so I'm gonna hang up on you. And then I'm gonna call you right back. Because like you said, I've hit my own limitations. I can't bring two of you in here at the same time.
You are welcome to try to call me back if you think you can. I've got nothing better to do.
So, and then my question is, after this conversation ends, after we leave this dreamscape, where are you going?
I've never left, but if you mean whose dreams am I going to wander into?
Yeah.
I'm only connected to you. If you'd like me to stay out, I can, but know that I'll be there if you want me.
How connect?
What?
Like he's asking her, like, how did she
She is connected to my sister. I am connected to my sister.
She summoned you in someone else's dream.
I was summoned into someone else's dream.
Not intentionally. Would you be able to visit someone else that's connected to your sisters?
If they were to invite me. Like, I'm not a vampire, but I don't know the way. I would need someone to show me there.
Would you end up in my dreams again?
I have no special connection to you. I am only here because someone let me in.
Alright. I'm not.
Oh. Really quick, because I have to be in the bathroom. Can I roll, like, when she was telling her story, I just want to be very truthful.
So you want to what?
I wanted to incite her story. I was in the bathroom for a half minute.
I guess, yeah. Could I maybe roll history thing? I mean, Anise has read King Arthur Legend.
I mean, you're welcome to roll. Yeah. Like, your previous insight roll, I'm just counting for the entire conversation if you want to send your 24, though.
Then yeah.
Oh,
I'm good
well,
then.
never mind.
In Anis's defense, there's a lot of variations of King Arthur rules that
It's true.
are
It's true.
a mess.
I was away for
Yeah, I didn't, for the most part, you're getting the impression that everything that she's telling you, she believes. Everything she says she can do, she thinks she can do.
and her role, like, that's the reason why they're incensed. She believes that as well.
That's what she believes.
Okay.
She's gonna turn back to the group and be like, okay, I know you guys are here to keep things safe and to keep me safe. Can I have 5 minutes?
With your lady?
No.
Well, I mean, this body can walk away, but you're kind of in my head.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Just 5 minutes, that's all I'm asking, guys.
Come on, everybody. We should respect that.
Totally walking away. Not hear you. Definitely not listening in.
Derek.
Over in the distance, you can hear the younger.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah, they're just laughing.
Gonna step a little further into the water.
That's fair. You can.
Just to be like, alright, look. You know why I mistrust you. Right?
You mistrust me because of the things that I'm sure my sister said?
Correct. I need to talk to your sisters.
You're welcome to. Like I said, you can find me anytime. You don't have to call me back while your friends are snooping. As long as you have a dream with water in it, you can call me up.
I don't want to enter any sort of agreement with you. I don't want to enter any sort of arrangement with you. I am not your emissary.
That is quite clear. I don't have one of those.
But if what you're saying is true, I am concerned. what you're saying is right, then
If you're saying something really low, I can't hear it.
no, I paused halfway through.
Okay, got it. Cool.
I How about this? I'm going to talk to both of your sisters. You can. I know that I can't technically stop you from visiting my dreams. So if any time that you need to talk, come talk.
I think you'll find that I have remarkably few alternate ways to communicate with anyone. So if it's all the same to you, I would at the very least appreciate the ability to visit from time to time. I have no desire to push you to do anything you don't want to do because I don't have that power over you and I know better than to push it. I am relying on you and your open-minded kindness to help me, and if you do, as I said, I will help your friends if anything happens to them. I get the impression from the looks on their faces that they've already seen things they would like to see undone. I'm perfectly willing to help with that, so long as it is, in fact, something unnatural that needs to be fixed. I'm not exactly here to roll someone's body back so that they can be older. Or less old, I suppose. But no, I'm looking to correct problems. And by extension, if you and your friends enter this Holy Grail War, and you go to Dream's End and you awaken me, I can help you in that. I have a vested interest in that ritual being completed, because my understanding is that the world will end if it doesn't. I'm not here to destroy cities, Penelope. I'm here to exist, and to make it so that other things can continue to exist.
So, 3 things. 1, when you come to visit, you are coming as yourself. You are not going to take the form of anybody that I know. You are only coming as yourself.
So long as I don't have to look like this, I am willing to do that.
You don't have to look like this. This is actually kind of weird. I don't like the pixel.
It's very disorienting. I see my own reflection and it's strange.
Then don't look at it. 2, you are not to do anything to jeopardize my relationship with Vivian or Nibble.
That is entirely yours to control. I cannot even talk to them.
Would you talk to them if you could?
I have not been able to communicate with them in some time because they do not sleep, and I can only speak to people when they are asleep.
Do you have a message you want to pass along?
None that will not make them distrust you, because they will not believe anything that I tell them. Because at this point, I'm fairly confident that if they've not woken me up, they've decided this was for the best. Like, what year are you from? 2000, 2010? I've been asleep for more than 1,500 years, as I understand it. They've not been in a hurry.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No.
Oh. She asked you what year it is. Okay. Then I've been asleep for more than 1,500 years without them so much as checking in on me. There's no message you can give them that is likely to change their minds at this point. You can tell them we've spoken. You can even tell them what I've offered. And I'm certain they're going to tell you not to pursue because they don't trust me. They always seem to forget that I'm one of the ones who carried King Arthur to Avalon with them. Crazy that I would do that if I'm so evil.
You know they've said that they don't have a way to reach you, right?
They can't sleep. I dare say the fluke whereby you summoned me was not something they'd ever considered.
On a side note, out of character, I forgot what the third thing I was gonna say was.
That's fair.
Okay, it was show up as yourself. Don't disrupt that relationship. Fuck. What was the third thing? No! I don't remember. Should I'm gonna be honest. I know I said 3 things. I don't remember what the third thing was. But I know you probably don't get the chance to talk to people very often. This is the extent of what I will do. For now.
That is your prerogative. I do appreciate it, though. I was disoriented when you summoned me in that old man's dream. Because you were the first person that I spoke to in what I now realize was a very long time.
Yeah, you weren't exactly very kind to me the first time you met me.
I was a bit confused because I thought you were one of my dreams. I've been asleep, but I still dream.
I remember you said so what happens to you at the end of your story?
Well, do you know what happened to me at the end of mine?
I didn't catch anything you just said.
Do you know what happened to me at the end of mine?
No.
No one
No, I
seems to
don't.
write that down, as far as I can tell. There's all the stories of, oh, Morgan Le Fay brings down Camelot, but there's never a story about how she dies. There's never a story about King Arthur being avenged. There's never a story about the fairies leaving the world and where Morgan went after that. My story didn't get an ending. I simply disappeared. And that happened to me because I trusted in my sisters understanding why I do the things that I need to do. You should consider, if you're going to deal with someone who's focused on the future, what she's willing to do to get the future that she wants. Nimue, who focuses on the present, will continue to dance with who she wants to dance, command who she wants to command, and she will see everyone around her as someone who gets her what she needs right now or very soon. She doesn't care what happens in the long term. That's one of her sister's problems. They are both very dangerous in their own right, but they put me to sleep, so they get to shape the story. They tell you to be careful about dealing with me, but candidly, you're currently dealing with one of them who's looking at the long term. The very long term, far beyond your lifespan. You could be a blip to her in the grand scheme of what she wants to accomplish. Just like how Nimue will gather her armies and send them to their deaths if it gets through whatever the problem of the moment is. None of us are perfect. I've just gotten the unfortunate end of the stick.
Well, I well, Penelope's just kind of sitting there, just like hands on her temples, just like ugh. I will think about what you've told me.
That's all I can ask.
And you know what my guidelines are.
You've made them quite clear. Yes.
And I'm making my own decisions. And that is what you need to know.
Of course.
And she's gonna curtsy like she does with Vivian. And she's gonna dismiss Morgan.
She sinks back into the water. And in a pixely little splash, her disruption goes away.
So Penelope's gonna run back over to everybody. Okay, yeah, she's gonna run back over to where everybody is. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. I needed that.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. looking at things from different perspectives. Just there's so many nuances situation. And I'm not just talking about the ladies. I'm talking about just the way the world is, the way the railroad thing is happening, and just the way everything is. It's a lot to take in all at once.
Yeah, but we got a little bit of time to take it in. Don't have to make any decisions right now.
Yeah. Oh boy, and I get to have an awkward conversation with my lady. That's gonna be fun. Like, hey, I talked to your sister, what the fuck?
Family drama is weird like that.
Yeah. I don't know, is there like a family therapist for the Fae or something? Because, like, every Fae I've met, and this includes you, has some fucked up family things happening.
Derek!
What?
He just looks at her and goes, "Mine just dying," and just leaves it at that. Like,
I mean, I was talking about, like, Dragon Man and Bird Mom, but
they are not but fed.
that's what I was saying. What do you think? Things are crazy.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
It's
I think I'm ready to go.
You did as much talking to her as you need?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to wake up.
Lucretia, get us the fuck out of here!
Okay, oddly enough, that does seem to do it. Anise, you feel yourself waking up.
never mind.
You hear them going like, "Oh, you have siblings? I have siblings."
It's the last things I hear. Oh.
I hate them, they're stupid.
Oh.
No, that's not what happened. They're kind of pains in the ass, but
they're not my parents.
they're my pains in the ass. You might be out of the dream, but Anise is not waking up anytime soon.
Oh, that concoction got
The
her out.
concoction is.
Give you all your real tokens back now.
Just before, or while she's still in the dream, I guess, but no one else is, Anise will, like, "Morgan, you're not there, are you?"
Get no reply.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna share the map back, but I'm gonna let you continue talking while I revert your tokens.
Hey.
Anise still very passed out. Oh, don't be a sand shrew.
Look, first thing I do, look over to Derek as he says,
Can't make out with a sand shrew.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell her about it if she doesn't remember.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
You were a very good whatever the hell that was.
I don't really understand it.
Oh, you evolved. No, I'm proud of you, but can't make out with Sand Slash either.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Why wouldn't Penelope let Morgan just turn you back?
Penelope gives a shit, damn it. No, he's not gonna let you get locked into a deal with the Fae.
She says that she's locked herself in with a deal with the Fae.
The pot calling the kettle.
That's unintentional.
I had to. I'm sorry. I had to.
There are 2 Johnnies.
Hell yeah! Extra hands for Holden.
So
One for each
the reason there are 2 Johnnies is because the combat tracker isn't supposed to have a Johnny, but I added her so that we could keep track of her while you're in the dream. Because Johnny doesn't have stats anymore. In the dream she did. Here she does not. Did you get what you needed?
I think I did. Like, what do you know about Morgan Le Fay?
She's a complicated mess.
That's
Do you want the G-rated or the full story?
Why? You know what? Instead of the full story, or instead of the G-rated version, which, oh my god, why is the other version not G-rated? Do I really want to know?
She sends you a mental message explaining where Mordred came from.
Penelope is just like bright red, like, oh my god.
No, Freddy, why are you a dojo?
Aiden kind of looks at Lucretia. Why you no trust Morgan? You seem very adamant.
I think that Morgan knows how to tell people what they need to hear to get what she wants, but also, candidly, she's just very dangerous. I don't generally trust very dangerous entities.
But
Her sisters.
Yeah, he was literally about to be like, but trust sisters.
Her sisters have worked with me in the past. I trust that they only trust me as much as I trust them. I, first and foremost, am here on behalf of the planet. And the planet, a long time ago, in a manner of speaking, turned its back on the Fae. And I try to keep that in mind when interacting with the Fae. I think we have a good cordial relationship, but I do not operate on the assumption that they are 100% happy with the planet itself and my connection to it.
So why do you think they would lock... Why do you think they would put Morgan to sleep and put her in Dream's End?
I suspect that she was put to sleep in Camelot, and over time Camelot fell into Dream's End. I don't think they intentionally placed her there.
So...
That said, a better question would be, how exactly is Camelot in Dream's End? Because Camelot was destroyed. And while Dream's End is where things go when they're lost, she's creating an interesting timetable for herself.
She got a wakes up origin.
Yeah, apparently the thing that's been waking up Origins is her shadow.
That is unfortunate, but it's as good of an explanation as any.
She wants me to wake her up.
I'm sure she does. Well, right now her shadow roams free and wild. If she wakes up, her shadow will go where she takes it.
And she said that if I woke her up, that she'd be able to fix basically she'd be able to return some things to the way they were, and I mean, understandably, I don't fully trust it.
I think that if anyone has the ability to turn things back, it would be either her or someone who's mastered a true magic. And of the two, I'm not sure who has mastered the true magic. So she would be an option. However, as a fairy, as with your mistress, as with her sister, they see the world a little differently than we do. It's quite possible that their idea of what things were may be different from what you're expecting.
Aiden just stares at her. And then looks to Penelope.
What?
And then looks back at her. He's a fairy. Remember the boat ride? How the church literally was like, you manipulate everything? He is a fairy, and she's saying this right in front of him.
Well?
He's just like, very intensely looking at her and seeing if she understands what she's saying to him. Or I guess to Penelope right in front. Because it's not obvious. It's that or she
I mean,
gets
she sees him looking at her and she's like, I apologize. She is a fairy. Not all fae and fairies are the same. She is a fairy queen. She is an archfey. There's a difference, just as there's a difference between myself and the fire elemental living in that fireplace.
Penelope nods. Like, that's a good point.
I have had only positive interactions with centaurs. I would trust your people before I would trust Morgan Le Fay or Vivian or Nimue if given the choice. But Vivian and Nimue have held to their word in all of my dealings with them, so I have reason to believe they will continue to do so. I just word my deals very carefully. I would suggest if you plan on opening any new deals with any of the three of them, you consult your lawyer from the boat.
Yeah. I think I need to talk to him and make sure I didn't fuck up just now.
Did you agree to do anything?
I said that she's allowed to come and talk.
Is that not something she was already doing?
That's true.
She gestures towards your bracelet. You have a representative on my behalf. Should you decide that you wish to evict her, of course, but if you're opening relations with her, then it would be rude. But it is not a bound oath that has to be enforced.
So, how do we wake Anise up?
Lesser restoration. Aiden just goes to like let the smack her and then just gently boops her on the nose.
What? Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did it work?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah,
So you talked to Morgan?
I did. Do you remember anything?
That's a good question.
Does she remember anything?
Do I?
That's enough for you to remember bits and pieces of it. I'll let you pick which ones.
We were in Celadon City.
Yeah.
We fought my youngest self in a Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
You had a Rapidash.
I did.
Smacked Van-Fem around.
You did.
Yeah, we had to get cut for some reason. And he had it, and I got to smack him around. I think that's...
And it just blocks out everything that isn't, like, Sandshrew and, like...
You know, Derek turned into a Sandshrew.
Oh, he did, didn't he? She just looks over.
And then he evolved into a...
Sunslash. She looks over, he's obviously fine.
And, you were crying because you're like, I can't make out with Sandslash.
I mean, I can't. That's gross.
And then...
I'm glad that you're not a Sandslash. I'm sorry my dream turned you into one.
I mean, at least you didn't give me a duck head.
What?
Yeah, Freddy turned into a two-headed bird. And then he was also a three-headed bird.
Oh, and then one had the duck head.
And then you were crying because you turned him into...
I mean...
The do-do-do-do.
Yeah, that's not very good either.
A do-bro. Yeah, you turned him to a do-bro?
No. Do-duo.
Do-bro.
It's a dodo.
Duo. A dodo duo.
Do-duo.
Freddy duo. Fred duo.
Pokemon.
I'm going to assume that my services are done here.
She's like, and she just goes up and hugs Lucretia, and she's like, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I appreciate all your help.
It is of no inconvenience or concern. I appreciate your assistance as well. I wish you all the very best. As you know, I now have to go back to Clock Tower and orchestrate a contest for Holy Grail entry that will hopefully not put things in the hands of the worst possible people.
Well, if you see Diana while you're there, tell her I said hi.
I will do so.
If you see Hither Sax go, tell her I said hi.
I will do so.
I need coffee.
I go make. I didn't just like go to that shit.
Goes to the bathroom.
Yes, it goes to the bathroom.
It's
time to get coffee.
This way. No. He's learning from Anise. Climb on the walls. Stairs defeat you.
But yeah, Penelope's just like, I'll keep in touch.
I get out of here.
I may need your help with something later, but
I'm sure we'll have plenty to discuss in the near future.
for real, thank you.
No problem. Thank you too. And she heads over to depart via the street as normal.
Hey.
Boop.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'd say I hope nothing too weird happened, but we were in the Pokemon universe for some reason. So that's weird.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't fully snoop on anything.
What do you mean by fully?
I saw you and I saw like little bitty you and little bitty Freddy, and like you guys had just met. It was really cute.
Oh. Huh.
I also saw you guys go to your secret base. Did you get nasty in your secret base?
Well, not when we were 13.
I didn't know you were 13.
If you saw...
You were very tall.
Well, if you saw the first time we met, I would have been 13.
Okay, then I'm really glad you didn't get nasty. That would be really gross. Yeah.
Ooh.
I also saw Felix. I deleted his Pokemon.
Why would you do that?
Because you wouldn't do it.
Of course I wouldn't. That's the only way to kill Pokemon.
But he also had another copy.
That bitch.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. He was in the Celadon apartment store for some reason.
I don't know if he had another copy in real life, but I deleted the shit out of his Pokemon.
Well, it was a dream, so it's fine. I guess.
Also, I got a rainbow badge. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to keep it. It was pretty.
Huh.
So, where do we go from here, guys?
Aiden comes back up with coffee.
Aiden does not come back up with coffee.
What? Oh.
Aiden runs into someone standing outside the door downstairs. Because the shop is closed.
Right. I'm assuming we put the close sign. Oh yeah, I did that before.
You did.
I made like Benadryl and liquor concoction.
Oh shit, who
And
I
this is like, I need to brush my teeth or drink coffee or both. That potion was disgusting. Ugh. It worked though.
I need to know. I need to know.
I'm adding them on the map for you to see now.
I just see Buck and Diana off in the corner.
Still bickering.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh no!
Oh no. You're about to end the episode, aren't you?
Sure am.
This is oh. He's fucking running to the door. And you like see his fucking because Anise,
we're not there. We can't
No.
tell you not to open the door and let him in. But
he's gonna let them in. Fuck! Let me out! I'm closed. Open sesame, please.
You're
Why
so
did you-
hungry.
Why did you go inside the fireplace?
That's where I appeared.
There.
He put me there.
I must have dropped you there. There you go.
He's just like his face is against the door. He's like heavily breathing, like steam comes out. And he's like, and he's just like opens the door. No.
They're staring really blatantly at him through the window. You open the door?
Yeah, the door's open. He's just like handed. He's just like in.
They walk in.
And he closes the door. Coffee?
Did I just hear the bell?
You did.
Coffee? Oh, Aiden pulls out some of the candy in his hand. He's just like, candy.
Did maybe it's Buck.
Yeah,
I need to go check.
Wait, how long has it been?
Not that long. How long was I asleep?
About 4 hours.
You could have come back.
Yeah, maybe Buck came back with
Aiden's popping tongues.
dropping
Yeah, I pop tongues. I'm like, coffee, candy? What would you like?
Wait, has he ever made coffee?
No, he hasn't.
Okay, no, I'm running down the stairs.
You run down the stairs.
Aiden's like, I can get you the drinks. I can get you the food. It's like Anise like walks in. Oh, Anise, look. They came.
They sure did. You let them in?
Well, you said they could visit.
I didn't.
You gave them the address.
I did.
Yes. You said you wanted talk.
You are fully a centaur. Humans come through here. Why did I even let you come downstairs to make coffee? Oh my god.
I will go make the coffee.
Okay.
And he like grabs it. Anise, I don't know how to make the coffee.
I know, that's why I came downstairs.
No, he's gotta go downstairs.
Alright,
Johnny and Derek will follow at this point because clearly noise is happening.
between them, flips the closed sign back around so that it's definitely closed. She switches over to German because she knows they both speak German. Like, if you're here...
What's going on? Oh, no.
Relax. We're here with news.
If you're here to do any harm, I will murder
We're
you.
not. We're here for
Okay.
news.
Alright.
Is this still German?
This is still in German.
Yep.
Alright. Better switch to English so you can share with the class.
Elias tells Leopold in German to just go watch the window, and he will do so. All right, so I'm here because there's something that you need to be aware of. And I just want to make it very clear that no, I didn't tell the boss anything. He turns over and looks at Aiden. Didn't have to, because one of those pit fiends learned everything from talking to you and told it to him on its own.
Why?
How did it know everything? Because it couldn't have.
Well, but why would it tell him?
Because he offered it a trade, and they make deals. So, apparently, you spent a lot of time in the presence of a pit fiend, and it learned a great deal about you and where you come from during that time.
You did do that.
But I didn't talk about where I came from, and I didn't think about it.
They can read minds.
Look, I don't know how it figured that out. I tried not to be around the things. You apparently sat down and interviewed one. Regardless, the boss, still under that contract with you, learned a great deal from that pit fiend. I'm here to tell you that, thanks to that deal you made with him, the two of us are going to get as far away as we can while there's nothing he can do about it, and hope that you successfully put him down in this Grail War. Because there's not a lot of great things waiting for us if he comes back.
You know, if he wants to make an insight check.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
No. Come back inside.
24 again.
It's a good number.
Yeah. Better than 4.
He seems to be level with all of you.
So your boss can't do anything now, but he knows pretty much everything about the big guy.
Yes, and furthermore, because he knew that he was putting himself in a vulnerable state, since he can't hurt anyone, but things can hurt him, he took some collateral. He went to your forest, and he set some traps, and he waited. And he found someone, and he didn't hurt them, he didn't stalk them, he didn't kill them, but he took them. And then he went into hiding, and he's keeping them alive.
What did they look like?
It's a weird thing. See, I was under the impression that you couldn't put elves to sleep. But somehow he did.
You see him start, like, hyperventilating. And, like,
Wait. Do you know? Obviously, you don't know names. Do you know what they look like?
Elf girl? I haven't seen her. He simply told us that he's going to go into hiding for a bit until he can go do his Grail War thing, and that he's going to call on us to show up and help him closer to when that happens, And in the meantime, if anyone from your circle comes looking, you should know that if anything happens to him, then this elf girl that he took from the area that you two come from will probably starve, because he's the only one who knows where she is, and he's keeping her alive.
Aiden is shaking. And he's just like... He runs out. Like, he...
So you
Like,
don't know who this girl is?
I know that it was an elf girl who was between two villages, and that somehow he put her to sleep, which I didn't think you could do.
Unless you're a dragon.
He is not a dragon.
Aiden is
Can you
sending...
send to Grandpap or anyone from the village?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Aiden is sending directly to Nina.
Aiden does not get a response.
He runs back in.
I'm just telling you now so you don't go through the trouble of making 25 words.
Yeah, because he knocked her out, so he needs to know if he's continually doing it. Because it sounds like it's been a minute, or like he's gonna be like, when did this happen?
As far as I can tell, from what he told us, he did this yesterday. That was the last thing he told us before he disappeared. We don't know where he's at. We're taking this as our time to get out, but considering the kindness and generosity that you've shown us, we thought you should know.
Thank you. And he's just like,
Do you have a plan for where you're going? Just far away?
We're going to try to get off the grid and stay off the grid. And again, we're counting on the idea that when he shows up to fight you and your servant, that you beat the shit out of him.
oh, we will.
Do you know?
Oh, we will.
Do you know if he has any weaknesses? Of fucking course he doesn't. He's fucking immortal.
I mean, he looks over to Leopold. Leopold nods, and he says back to you, he doesn't regenerate. Seems like that would have been a pretty easy thing for him to pick up, and he didn't.
That is actually very handy.
Aiden is going.
Does he have a second in command? Someone that is, I don't know, going to come after us for revenge or take over the harvesters when he doesn't come back from the Grail War?
My understanding is that he's taking all of his top people with him. He is planning on going there, taking as much as he can, winning and getting a wish, and then not having to worry about it anymore. He's not holding back. He's going to be bringing his second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever in command. It's a sign of how much faith he has in us that he's not telling us to go with him. Like, the organization's kind of shot right now. We just took the whole leadership into hiding with him.
Good. Can you tell us anything about the other people that he's bringing with him?
They're bigger fish than you've encountered so far. Like, he took the regional leaders with him. Like, you've been encountering people on my level. You've been encountering people a little bit bigger, like back in France. He got the guy from Asia. He got the girl from America. He got the people who, generally speaking, are covering entire regions. And he got someone from Clock Tower. I don't know who.
Really?
We're not exactly that well organized.
Sounds like it.
But my recommendation, if you end up going to whatever place where you're supposed to meet him, expect a trap. He's not going to fight fair. None of the people doing any of this fight fair. They fight what they see as monsters, which means they're going to take every advantage they can get. Do not walk out and shake hands. Do not expect him to honor anything. And if you don't have a servant or whatever it is you need to do to face him, he will take the first opportunity to deliver on every threat that he's ever made. So,
I'm sure.
He
I'm sure, and I know I took a huge chance with you two. I know none of the rest of the harvesters are going to be nearly as nice.
look, as an organization, it collects strays. And not everyone in it is as bone-curdlingly evil as you might think. But yeah, they've all at least gone along with it. Like, it's a bunch of shitty people. They didn't all start out that way, but you don't stick around without blood on your hands. So, two of us, we haven't really wanted to be in it for a while. We just didn't see a way out. You've given us that chance. We're going to go quiet. Don't want to hurt anyone ever again. We want to be left alone. And if we find out that the boss is gone and the leadership is gone and the organization falls apart, we will never look back.
Good.
So at the very least, you've got all the most dangerous people running this whole thing in one place at one time. If you can drop a nuke on them, that would be great.
Well, I'm going to find him.
We'll find a way.
I hope that you have a better life now. Because like you said, not everyone is horrible. He lost that quote-unquote handshake the moment I heard the words out of his mouth. He sure has... He is taken from my home, and I'm going to defend it. And when I mean defend it, he is not coming out of there. Like, you just see a rage in his face. That's just, like, the worst you have ever seen. Like, he's actually... The intent to kill is actually there. Like, it is all off the table now. And he's just like...
Good. Don't hold back.
What'd you say?
We don't plan on it. Don't hold
Yeah.
back.
He will be gone, and he will be free.
And I know phantasmals can be scary. There are bad phantasmals out there, but obviously we're not all bad. So try and keep that in mind moving forward.
Yeah, we're gonna try to steer clear of everything. Total honesty.
And assuming we come back from the Grailborn, that will mean the boss is gone, and likely all of the on it. And you are welcome to come back here, as long as you can be civil.
We'll do what we can, but we've done enough harm. We don't really want to walk freely like we haven't. But wish you the best of luck. Otherwise, I guess we'll all be dead. So don't let him get a dragon.
No. No. Believe me, I'm going to take everything away from that man.
Good. And with that, he nods over to his partner and they move to leave.
I didn't immediately,
In German, she says, "You two are my favorite harvesters." Harvesters?
Yeah, Leopold calls back. It's a hell of a list.
It's only two of you. Good luck.
Do what we can.
Actually, if you see that guy with the blue hair from France, he might be on that list too.
You wouldn't like him. And then he looks back over at Penelope, and he simply says, "Moo." And then they go.
Penelope just crosses her arms like, ugh. I did ascending and sent it to you over Discord.
Yep.
Because I couldn't, yeah.
Well, Nina's not an elf, but they wouldn't have a way of knowing that.
They wouldn't.
Yeah, they wouldn't anyway.
If anything, they think she's a half elf. They have no idea.
I mean, candidly, on the meta level, even if she looks like a full elf to them, she has none of the immunities that would come with it.
That's true. For a hot second there, I was like, he took Juniper.
No. The moment he said elf, there's like only one person that displays themselves as an elf in that village, only because they have to contact yours, so I knew immediately.
Like, my thought was it was Angelica or Kid.
Yeah, I thought it might have been Polly or
The little one. Yeah.
I cannot remember the other little girl's name. Valeria?
Yeah.
Nope, you're coming where it hurts, you motherfucker.
And that's where we're going to take a break for a while. Because gots to move and stuff. Also, there's a con. Also, everything else, because summer's busy. So,
Yay. We'll play again one day.
I promise. This is a more exciting spot to stop on, though. You got to have your crazy adventure inside your head. You got some answers. You got some questions. Got some drama.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Anise actually heard the whole conversation because there was no way for her to not listen in because it was in her head.
Yeah.
So.
Hey.
Hey.
There you have it. Alrighty, well, I'm going to pop the internet feed, so enjoy, what was that, 101? Super big number. I've got 3 digits. I have to right around that now. Woo. Good night, recording internet feed. Bam.